Good to be back. It's been nearly a week. Battle Brothers. It's like putting on a warm jersey or jumper. Where were we? Patrol the road, 25 heads. Should be easy. We've got a few B-team lads that we need to replace. So these two B-team archers need to be worked out, but as we said, that's going to be tough because getting access to good hunters is going to be tough. Quintus is heating up. Bertwin is a B-teamer. Okay, I'm happy with this team. We've got the two sword raiders on the flank. I think we got... where's that axe raider? Oh yeah, there he is. Quintus, he's hurt. Okay, so for the moment we've just got the two raiders. Oh, Tillman is a raider, but he's only level 3. He's got a little bit more seasoning that he needs to get. Okay, X-Raider. Nice. Okay, so we got... yes, we got... that's right, we've got 4 raiders. And Bitzelfuss needs to get replaced at some point as well. So we're in the market. We are certainly in the market to get ourselves some more soldiers. Tools are a problem. To be honest, money's a bit low. 464. If memory serves, we've got all the armor and stuff repaired. Okay, so yeah, more or less. The main thing is everyone up front has their armor nice and repaired. In fact, there's a full 230. I'll just slap that on there. Let's get out there. I think we go clear out one of the ruins that we know are out here somewhere. These orc cities are probably a bit much for us. I mean, we have suffered some losses in the last few weeks and months. I mean, that level 3 there, Tillman's got very little chance, and this level 4, a very small chance of getting through that fight against those orc. It's the orc soldiers that are the problem. I reckon we go hit some of these smaller goblin camps here and get our 25 heads and get out that way. We happen to know that the goblins shouldn't be too bad because their archers can't do much to us. Our armor is nice and thick. But let's just head over to Gemenschacht. I mean, there were a huge amount of raiders around here. Look at that, that's 13 of the 25 that we need. No problem at all. Yep, got kite shields all around up front. Dahl doesn't have quick hands, but hey, he has to start with a feral shield out. That's 19 range defense, and these give 25 range defense here. Okay, hit him. It's still night time. I don't mind hitting them now. Oh, for fuck's sake, and they've got height advantage. That's bad. This just sucks because it means the fight's going to take quite a long time because we've got to spend a few turns running backwards to get them to come to us. If they even do come to us. I mean, I'm considering just fighting them if the only marksmen they have are those tier 1 crossbows, but nah, we've got to be smart. So I was just going to wait till whoever is up front here and has a falcon, just so we can see what we're dealing with. But considering the fact that we've got 0 tools, we don't have any tools to play with, and by that I mean we don't really have much. If anything goes wrong, we suffer a lot of damage or some injuries now. We might struggle to complete the quest. Evening, Wolfric. We are just in a little bit of a phase now where we've got to be a touch careful. Just from a financial point of view. If a few battles go against us here, we could be in real trouble. So just because of that, let's just play safe. I know it's not exciting, but that's what these super long campaigns are made of. It's just consistently taking the safer option and making the right decisions over a long period of time. Are those the only 2 archers they have? That's very strange. And okay, I'll tell you what, let's just kind of... okay, hang on. Okay, this changes things. It looks like that's the only 2 archers they have, those 2 little crossbowmen. We still don't want to fight up on the high ground. Let's spend a turn or 2 just seeing if we can't get our front line over here. and our backline over here. No worries, Wolfric. We'll be doing Vermintide again on Mondays. Every Monday is going to be Vermintide night. At least every Monday. But it's going to take us ages to all play together regularly enough and get experienced. As I said, my ambition is to have every one of the missions done on nightmare difficulty at least once. It's not going to be easy. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you go over there. I know this puts them potentially at a height disadvantage, but I think it's more important that we have a solid line there. There's an event now with more bounty missions. Oh man, how long is that event on for? Because I'm gonna stream Battle Brothers again on Sunday night, but I need to do I'll need to do at least 2 sessions now. One for Saturday. Actually, I can just do one because I can record again. Record again on Sunday. Okay, sweet. So I just got to get my archers into a position where they can shoot at these bloody crossbowmen, and so that my frontline guys aren't at too much of a height disadvantage. I'm going to keep going forward until we can get a shot on that guy. Okay, forget what I said about being careful and all that shit. Yeah, I mean, there's a hunting bow and 2 crossbowmen. Fuck him, run at him. Up the hill, boys. This is where Pathfinder would have been so good. Just some unique rare trinkets, so no worries, been able to find time. Okay. I'd love to, but getting 4 together tonight could be tough. But I'll tell you what, let's do 1 session of Battle Brothers now and then see if we can get a 4 stack together for some Vermintide. Because I do love a bit of Vermintide. The game's so much fun. This terrain is very difficult to work with, but I reckon once we get our archers up to here, we should be able to return fire at these guys. So I moved back on the assumption that the archers were going to have tier 2 and tier 3 crossbowmen, but that's not the case. So we've got one leader who isn't even in that scary of an armor. It's a fighting axe, which obviously sucks, but 1, 2, 3 marksmen. A hunting bow, tier 1 crossbows, not scary. Some of these nerds aren't even wearing helmets. I mean, we essentially have 7 hedge knights on the front lines. I'm very glad we took the time to equip these kite shields, because these throwing axes are actually not to be trifled with. For God's sake, Mark Antony, not the time to start missing. Sightlines are terrible. I'm going to wait until he can move forward. That's Electora having the nighttime effect, making things tough for him. Lars has quick hands, so I reckon we get in there. 4 action points is not enough to be able to take a swing with his sword, so we'll just go for a stab, but wait until these 2 are in contact there, just to increase his to hit chance. God damn it, Bitzelfuss. Oh, nice, Bjarni. That had to have been a headshot. Okay, I don't want to go there because Tillman's one of the low level guys and that'll put him at height disadvantage. Let's just run around the flanks. See if I can't do a thing. So that fighting axe will actually make mincemeat of any of the armor we have. So I need to get Lucius in contact with this infamous Randolph as soon as we can. Come on, give me a shot. 42% and still hit. Very nicely done. If I punch this guy or knock him, I can probably put him into that square and then I can move forward. Just like that. Lars. Stabby stab. 47, 62, 47. Miss. The regular dagger attack hardly seemed worth it. Whew. That is so scary. It's going to take quite a few shots to destroy that shield because he's probably got shield specialist. Oh, that's a fighting axe and axe master. It should go down in 2 swings. I'm just going to fire into this group and hope we hit the archers. Just like that. Oh, and then he misses the unobstructed shot. Typical. Itchy. Ugh. Okay, keep this guy stunned up. Nice. Woo. Could sell the armor. It's not even. Yeah, I think it's probably worth trying to get the armor off him. Piani with the kills. Oh, almost killed. Oh yeah, particularly now. So I was thinking about the economics of this game and how when a campaign seems to be going badly, you really should just be defensive and minimize your losses, because like now a lot of our skills and a lot of our defensive values mean that we take a lot less hits. So the economic grind actually gets more manageable as your melee defense increases. You can basically think of melee and range defense as skills that save you money because it saves damage. So when a campaign is going particularly badly, just hang on. It can and probably will get better. But of course, you can get to a point where you just are past the point of no return. Nice! Get murdered. God, two-handed weapons are amazing. I really should have taken quick hands on this raider. See, now I can't even attack. Useless. Good armor damage, you're going to save quite a bit, yeah. Well, I mean, like generally, and well, I hope you would have seen it in a lot of my fights, I'll generally target, for example, a warhammer above a lot of other stuff. Like generally, if an enemy, the weapons that I'll target the most will be in order. It'll be dagger, because of course daggers just go straight through armor, and dagger wielding enemies can be friggin' lethal. Obviously, like the most scary weapons are the two-handed polearm weapons, like pikes and long axes and halberds, because of the amount of damage they do. But of the one-handed weapons, I will generally look to go after the daggers first, then the warhammers, then the axes, then the axes, then maces, then cleavers, then swords, and then spears. I mean, they all do damage, but yeah, as you've rightly pointed out, some of them do more damage than others. Another shot there. Fair enough. Miss and miss. Okay, we've got to surround him. He's fleeing. Get him, lads. Get him. Guys, do you have a dagger? You do not. Bitzelfuss. Oh, God, within an inch of his life. I'm loving the roundels we have. Oh, look at that damage. Okay, surrounded him. Shit, it sucks that guy got away. That's an extra head I wanted. Yeah, agreed, absolutely. It's, yeah. When I'm fighting zombies, then absolutely go for the spears first. It's part of what I love about this game, that there's so much to think about and there's so many exceptions to all the general rules. Get wrecked. That's a fighting axe. That's worth like 1,000 gold. He should be gone. It's over. 12 heads, minimal damage, nice bit of XP. And down to 40%. Decent bit of money there. Any level ups? Yes. Gaius Berengar, the Warscyther. Melee skill, range defense, and fatigue. So how am I leveling my Warscyther? So, oh yes, that's right. Adrenaline. I don't think he needs gifted because of his stats. But I absolutely, if he's going to be a Warscyther, well, does he really need adrenaline then if he's going to be a Warscyther? Because it's the Huskarls with their long axes. The logic behind adrenaline is break a shield, use adrenaline, get to attack before the enemy does. Adrenaline can also be good defensively because you can wait until the enemy attacks, move into range, get an attack off, which ends your turn, or get an attack off, use adrenaline, you go before them, you attack, if they're still alive, you move back out of range. I like adrenaline. And he doesn't have... See, I don't know. Executioner, crippling strikes, fast adaptation. I mean, it'll be anticipation at the next level, and then brawny, and then that. I kind of like don't have anything I want to take here. Yeah, it's true. 23 fatigue from Reap with Polar Mastery. I'm actually going to do something a little bit different here. I'm going to leave his upgrade point until the next level. So I've never tried it before, but I think if I hang it to level 4, I can then get anticipation and brawny at once. Let's do that. I shouldn't take a skill just for the sake of taking a skill. We could go attack them. God, the prices. Junk, 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 junk. What needs repairing? Fair amount of stuff, but it's in decent condition. 82 over there. 82 there. Oh, for goodness sake. I just assume that there's a blacksmith there. So we don't really have the money to go hiring now, do we? Well, we are fishing for another good frontline guy. I don't know if now is the time to hire another guy. If we do, we should fire one of the B team frontline guys. Quintus is almost ready to get back on the front line. But really, I need my replacement raiders to be at least level, I don't know, what level do I need them to be before I can chuck them safely on the front line again. Because I don't want to fire these sword raiders until I have a decent raider replacement. So we've got the Tillman, the level 3 hammer raider, and we've got Humbert, the level 4 axe raider. I think at a minimum I want to get them to where they have battle forged before they stop using. And also as a raider he needs quick hands. Why did I take gifted? Oh, I had to get his melee skill up. Okay, so 2 more levels. We need level 6. So when the 2 replacement raiders are level 6, we'll fire these 2. And then that'll open up 2 spots on the front line. Quintus is level 6. Okay. God, how many raiders do we actually have? We've got the 2 Mace Masters. And everybody else is raiders, so we do need another frontline shield bearer. Okay, not just yet. Let's just hang on for the moment. We'll hold out for the moment. Wall and Vogt Company is attacking here. Standard bearer, many footmen, a few arbalisters. That's not bad at all. And that'll get us the heads we need. And I wonder if it'll help in the war effort. Have I got the 2 long axe users? Yes. Of course my archers are total badasses. I actually don't want the soldiers to help us here, but they are helping us. Oh well. It won't unlock until I spend the point. Okay, fair enough. Well, thanks for pointing that out. Oh shit, that's a tier 3 crossbow. So hopefully we kill him before he does any damage with it. Or to our guys. We just got to make sure we get as many of the kills as we can, because if these soldiers get the kills, then we don't get the head for our quest. Look at this dude with his fancy hat. Zweihander. Oh, brutal. Sergeant Dog Killer. Oh! See, I should have just waited. Shit. Should have waited. Sup, Killer. So if I can't save that perk point, then that begs the question of what am I going to spend it on for Berengar? Something to think about. You know what? I'll probably take Colossus, because that means I don't have to spend any levels getting his hit points up to 75. Gifted is obviously nice. I'll take a look at what his hit points are. If his hit points are close enough to the magic 75 points number, then I can probably get it with a roll of 4 or 5 from Gifted. I'll take Gifted. If not, I'll just take Colossus, because 1 perk point in Colossus could save me multiple levels worth of leveling up the hit points. I think the dogs count towards the heads for the quest. Just holding position for now. More or less. Dog killers. Let's draw the line here. Killer, are you down for a bit of Vermintide tonight? Because if you are, we've got Wilfric, that's 3 of us. Sweet. We'll finish this session and we'll do some Vermintide. Get him, boy. Nameless war dog. Oh, they're running. They're just backing up and shooting their own guys in the back. Not ideal. Oh, well shot, sir. Interesting how they seem to use almost entirely crossbowmen. That was our kill, you bastard. Ooh. Man, I would have come online a bit earlier tonight, but I made the mistake of starting to watch season 2 of Narcos at dinner time. And I was like, I'll just watch 1 episode and then I'll play some Battle Brothers, and then like 4 episodes later, God, that show is so good. Let's shoot you. So in case I kill the war dog, I wonder if it'll count towards the heads I need for the quest. Sorry, doggy. Oh, he's still there. I've actually put Lucius in a fair amount of trouble there. If he gets headshot by that level 3 crossbow, it's going to hurt like hell. Let's move our archers up, see if we can't get a shot off there. Lars, you have quick hands, right? You do. Good man. 20% reach advantage gives you 43 in melee defense. Hell yeah. Give that archer the old run at. I really want to put pressure on that crossbowman now. God, I hold my breath every time those bloody crossbowmen move. It's so scary. Careful. Good hit. Yeah, we're gonna have to release some dogs to catch those nerds running away. I really hope this wartime crisis is going to end soon. It says it's almost over, man. We've done a fair amount. Have we done enough, though? I think so. House Periwinger is going to be the victor, that's for sure. We've smashed the other two houses. Yeah, nerd. Cool looking helmet, that. I do feel like the fleeing melee defense stat could be a little bit higher. If someone's fleeing, they shouldn't be blocking shots, but whatevs. Somebody on the front line here should have a dog. Yeah, Dor just needs to start with his two-handed sword out, but the problem is then he's going to eat crossbow bolts, but I suppose considering the fact that he's not long for this campaign, and by that I mean we're going to replace him very soon, I may as well just have him start with his two-handed sword out. I mean, if he dies, obviously it sucks, but it's not the end of the world. We're going to look to replace him anyway, so... I thought he ran away, the nerd. Oh god, that's scary. Well shot, sir. I've got to finish this because sooner rather than later one of these crossbow shots from the allied troops could hit one of our guys. I have had that happen before in a previous campaign. God, all these shields. How far can I move and still get a shot off? Not far enough. Oof, almost. These guys are tough, I'll give them that much. Oh, come on, guys. Yes. I'm happy to take that shot because there's none of my guys there that are going to get hit like that. Annoyingly, they've gotten most of the kills. I think there's a nerd in that bush. No, he ran further south. Oh, looks painful. Careful with that little dagger of yours, that butter knife can still hurt. We got that guy and we got probably the one over there. This should be the 25 heads we need. So we killed 12 of 13 in that first group, so we'd need 13 of this group. Which we haven't gotten, okay, no, so we need to do one more fight before we complete the mission. Here he is, get him. Get him, mutt. Good boy. Should be able to catch him. Although I'm sure that crossbowman will just take one shot, kill someone, and then still make it to the escape. You can still shoot that crossbow, you can still one-shot our dog. Okay, no. Whew. I mean, this was enemy soldiers, so it should count towards the war effort. Not a whole lot, I'll grant you that, but... Ooh. Nice. Another question I have is, I wonder if you get the reward, you know, the heraldic armor and the heraldic helmet, if you hit allied status with one of the houses, even if you haven't got the ambition. I would think not, but it would be great if you did. Yeah, Killer, this is episode 50, and it's not showing any sign of ending anytime soon. But hell, at the start of the season, we said that our goal was to beat last season's score, and last season's score I think was 98, and at the 100-day mark we had already more than doubled that. Oh yeah. So I'm very open to suggestions of what you guys think and what kind of playthrough you want to see, but I want us to push this just as far and as long as we can. If it gets to the point where we want to see something else, like a different tactic, you know, particularly the cultists or Roman switcheroo tactics, we can do potentially another campaign running at the same time. But I need a second game for my channel. I'm not sure what it is going to be. I know on the 25th, when War of the Chosen comes out, I want to do a Long War 2 1.3 patch with War of the Chosen enabled. So I'm going to practice a bit of XCOM 2 1.3 Long War, probably offline. And I've also been meaning to get back into some of my classic games. I mean, there are games like Portal 2 and Batman and stuff like that that I never even played, and they're sitting in my Steam library, and you know, And as a gamer, I think it's a bloody crime to have a game of that quality and never have played it before. Oh yeah, it's still fun to play, that's for sure. Wow. Come on, can we get this last guy already? Lars, do the honors. Oh, for God's sake, man. Good job. Not a whole lot of money, but we've got some tools which are worth their weight in gold at this point. Okay, we need 8 more heads. Should be easy. So it was Nordholz, which is the only city that has, well, it's got a Fletcher and a woodsman's hut. So if we are going to find hunters or witch hunters to replace our tier 2 archers, it'll be in that city. So we're not going to be replacing our B team archers anytime soon. This war's going to have to be over first so we can keep going back to Nordholz. That is unless we get staggeringly lucky and find someone with the right skills to be a good archer, which is very unlikely. 450, good God. Well, war's not good for business. Aha! Gonna want to fight these nerds out in the open. Also, let's do a quick armor check. I don't want to send anybody out who has badly damaged armor. How long until you back Quintus? I can probably put Quintus back in the fight. Okay, who here is B team? Bits of Fuss, but we need a Mace Master. So it's either Lars or Doral. I think we'll let Doral sit this one out. I'll give Quintus a go. Woof. And I mustn't forget to choose a perk point here for Gaius. I played a bit of Hard West. It was kind of meh. I mean, it was interesting, the story looked kind of cool, but like the actual gameplay, the core gameplay was just like a watered down XCOM, which is fair enough if that's what you're after, but I just found it pretty unrewarding. I don't see it having much legs. Oh yeah, definitely. Let's take Colossus. Okay, so Axe Raider on the flank there. Did you feel useless in reserve? No. I've also got Hollow Knight, but I'm not really that keen to play Hollow Knight. It's too many games, not enough time. First world problems, I tell you. What is the fishing net situation? We don't actually have any. Have you got quick hands yet, Quintus? You do, excellent. And Lars has quick hands, excellent. Who else has quick hands? Tillman. I mean, look, he's a Hammer Raider, but only 58 melee skill. I mean, once his melee skill gets up, by the time he hits level 6, we can start using him as a Raider proper. So on the next level, we'll take Brawny, probably Hammer Mastery, get him using this two-handed hammer. Here we go. Then we'll take... probably... God, I need Reach Advantage and Underdog and Footwork. It's just a question of at what order you take them in. I'll probably take Footwork, Battle Forged, Underdog, Reach Advantage, and then Berserk at the end. But he's going to be amazing. So Axe Raider, Hammer Raider, and probably another Axe Raider. So imagine having Axe Raiders on the flanks and a Hammer Raider in the middle of the formation. That's going to be deadly. Right, we have got some horrible archers to deal with here. You have no fatigue. But that's fine. Just need to get through this fight. Lots of raiders, some marksmen. Are my 2 archers enough? I think they are, and we need levels. This is going to be a big one. More time. More time is another interesting one. Like, I enjoyed more time for quite a bit, but it's just another one of those games where I'm like, I'm not sure what I want to play, and I look at more time. I'm like, do you want to play more time? I'm like, it's a bit slow, it's a bit clunky. Are they seriously not coming at us? Okay, we're gonna have to run at them. But my archer should make pretty quick work of these nerds. We'll probably spend a turn. Yeah, I need to be in quick shot range of these guys. So the front line will move 2 squares forward and get their shields up. The back line will move forward, join them. Played more time quite a bit, but was not really interested in the PvP aspect of it. Okay. The PvP aspect with games like that, you know, with turn-based tactic games, can be bloody great, or they can be friendship destroying. I mean, I played some XCOM multiplayer against a friend of mine I've known for like 20 years, and it was nearly the end of our friendship. He got so fucking salty. I used the old stealth assault trooper with double shot, and he thought he was beating me, but then I snuck that because he took a sniper, and I snuck my stealth assault trooper around the back and just blew away his sniper. And then it was XCOM 2, and we had mixed squads, so I had soldiers and aliens. I had like a couple of chrysalids just running at him, which he obviously gunned down, and he thought he was winning, but then in the 2 turns it took him to gun down my chrysalids, I got my stealth assault trooper into position, blew away his sniper, and that was most of his damage. Oh, almost. It is mean, but hey, that's XCOM, baby. To be fair, he did beat me in the game I played against him after that. We were playing with, I think, 10,000 point limit, and he just took only mutons, and they can throw grenades. So literally, he would just walk forward, just grenade everything, and then shoot at us. Ouchie. But another point of that is, like, very often it's the first shots that land that kind of decide the fight, because if you manage to get the first kill, you've got a huge advantage, and it's your game to lose at that point. And I was looking at the multiplayer rankings for XCOM 2, and there's a couple of guys who have on the order of close to 1,000 wins and like no losses. So you have to wonder what bullshit tactics they are employing, or are they DCing before they're about to lose, or like what are they doing? I mean, I have no doubt that they're awesome XCOM players, but to have close to 1,000 wins and 0 losses, like what the fuck? They should have run at us. We have the superior archers. I suspect once we kill one more of their archers, they'll come towards us. Well, I mean, like, you know, well, it's what I call the boom boom pew pew tactic. Throw grenades, then blow everything up. It's completely legit. It's gotten me through many XCOM campaigns. I have no problem with it. Why do anything fancy when you can just blow up their cover and shoot them? And you kind of have to, because it's one of the reasons I enjoyed the all pods active mod so much, because it kind of moves you away from those tactics. Very often, the reason I felt like I had to just blow up cover and shoot was because I didn't want to move to look for flanks. Because moving to look for flanks 9 out of 10 times results in aggroing another pod, which then just makes things spiral and it becomes a shit show. Whereas with the all pods active mod, you take your stealth turns to get yourself properly entrenched, nail the first pod, the entire map knows where you are, the aliens just come flooding at you, and then you have like 5 or 6 intense turns where you're just bam, 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 shooting everything. Trying to survive, trying to kill them as they come running at you. It's really, really good. I forget which season it is that I did all pods active in XCOM. It's easily my favorite XCOM campaign ever. And if I can get it to work, I might actually do the next Long War 2 campaign as all pods active as well. I really think all pods active is the way XCOM should be played. Even just from a logic point of view, I mean, are you telling me that these aliens have enough technology to cross the galaxy, but they don't have shortwave radios to like tell their mates 100 feet away, hey, there's humans here, come get them? Fucking stupid, man. Okay, that leaves me in a bad spot here. Because I technically made contact with the shields, but I didn't get reach advantage, which now exposes Lars there. Still, he has got 39 melee defense. Oh, great shots. The thing is, yeah, Enemy Within versus XCOM 2 is a very interesting discussion. Like, I mean, I kind of the two, like, it's weird. Of the two, I would say Enemy Within is better than XCOM 2. But I won't ever go back to Enemy Within. I'll just play XCOM 2 now, just because the graphics are so much better, and I'm so accustomed to it. And the whole interceptor minigame and just throwing resources and interceptors at the alien ships to try to shoot them down was just a bummer, and I hated it. You know. Ooh, ouchie. Yeah, Tillman doesn't have Battle Forge, that's why he's almost taking so much damage. Well, we'll see. I mean, like, all pods active is interesting because it makes the game a lot more difficult in most scenarios, but it makes it a hell of a lot easier in other scenarios, most notably the timed missions. Because what happens is you get into a position where you start, where you're ready to start fighting. You activate all the enemies, and you're actually under less time pressure because they all come at you. So you're able to kill all of the aliens quite quickly. So very often you'll start a mission, slaughter everything, and have turns to spare to get to the extraction point. Because, like, let's say there were 3 pods and you have 12 turns. Instead of spending 4 turns on every pod, killing them all, you're spending less than that amount of turns because you're not spending turns between each pod to move between the pods. They're coming to you. So you're spending all your action points just shooting, as opposed to shooting and moving. But I just in terms of how it makes the game feel, I'm a very big proponent of all pods active, just for the realism aspect of it, just because, you know, the fact that there's a gun battle going on within earshot and the aliens aren't even reacting, it's just stupid. So anyway, I look forward to the XCOM, the 25th of August it is. You played both and beaten both, yeah, me too. I'm not Long War 2 though. I got a little bit played out on XCOM, and I needed the break. I'm glad I took it, but I'm starting to feel that XCOM itch. Ooh, shit, Tillman's got to be careful now. Great hit, loads of damage. Yeah, boys. These axes, man. It's fine. Look, the thing is, one other thing about XCOM is that it operates on a sliding difficulty scale. So for me, when I'm playing XCOM and when I make the decision to give up a campaign, it's still at a point where I'm quite far away from having everybody dead, but as any experienced XCOM player will know, the aliens are more or less, look, they have a difficulty curve in that their tech and their power increases over time. So if your power dips below it, you've got problems. And it gets to a sort of critical mass point where if here's the alien's strength, if your strength dips below it, it just becomes worse to a point where you can't stop it. And that's when I'll end up, you know, giving up. To my point though, where you're saying it just gets tough at force level 15, if you've gotten to that point, you're already at a part on the difficulty graph where you're probably not going to win the campaign anyway. Which isn't a criticism, it's just, you know, it's just a statement of how I think the game would work. You have to do so much work, particularly with Long War. Everything has to go right from the beginning. Oh Jesus, Tillman's a lot more hurt than... Oh, here I'm talking about XCOM and Tillman's getting his ass kicked. Let's get him out of there. I've not played Long War 2, Legend or normal XCOM 2. Oh yeah. Normal XCOM 2 was, let's be honest, not that difficult. I mean, once all the mechanics become understandable, it's not that tough. And knowing how the AI is going to react in any given situation, you can even start, well, abusing is too strong a word, but you can start actively manipulating the AI. Because like knowing, for example, okay, if I flank this alien, it'll run. So instead of having 5 guys shoot at him, you just run one alien or one of your guys up into position to flank him and put the other 4 guys in Overwatch. So, tricks like that. And then one of my favorite streamers, Perian Flames, lovely guy. But like I watch him play XCOM and it's so frustrating because all he does is bitch about how the game is stupid and it's too difficult and it's not fun. But it's just because there's so many game mechanics that he's not aware of for whatever reason. And it's totally legit, like, you don't have to make the decision, look, I'm going to put in all these hours to learn all the game mechanics. It's kind of the same like if you're playing Dota 2, and if you've played with someone who's brand new, if you're an experienced player, you'll watch someone who's new at Dota walk into a horrible position and buy the wrong items and not farm correctly and do a whole laundry list of things that they're not doing, but they don't even know they're not doing, they should be doing. So to them, it's completely inscrutable. They're like, oh, this game's bullshit, it's so unfair. It's really not. But if you know all the mechanics, if you know all the nuances of what's happening, you can do it. I mean, he was also having a go saying Battle Brothers is too difficult and it's stupid and it's not fun and it's grindy. And every one of the criticisms he has, I have an answer for. But again, look, I just disagree with him. I completely understand people who say Battle Brothers and XCOM is too difficult or to the point that it's not fun. That's completely fair, you know. Not everyone has to be prepared to put in a few 100 hours to learn all the game mechanics, and I completely understand that. Completely understand that. Okay, so we got a fair amount of cash out of that. Been recording for an hour. Let's take a little break here, and when we come back, more Battle Brothers and more discussion about what's too difficult.